Hey everyone, it's Mr. Cinema Junkie here with my review for the movie Splice. Checked this movie out earlier today. Meant to do a video of it earlier. Just now getting around to it. Splice was a different breed of cat for me. Wasn't a terrible movie. Wasn't the greatest movie ever. Wasn't what I expected. I was expecting something a little bit different. But all in all, it was okay. Basically, the movie is about two genetic scientists, Clive Nicolai and Elsa Cast. Um, they create new life forms which develop this protein that has a high level of medical use. And the company that they work for, the pharmaceutical company, I guess, wants them to move on to stage 2 and try to find this protein. They want to replicate it and mass market it. Whatever that medical use is, I didn't catch that, sorry, but it does have a big medical use. And they are turned off to the idea. They want to advance the life forms that they have, that they're working with now. They're pretty much being told to stop their work. So, against orders, they decide they're going to continue their work, but they're going to create a new life form. But this time they're going to incorporate human DNA. Now, at first, Clive is totally against it. He's like, no, that's insane, that's crazy, there's a lot of moral issues. The whole cloning thing, the debate's been going on for years, so that's basically what they're playing off of. She is insistent, though, Elsa is insistent on doing this, because if they don't, then their work is going to be, basically, they feel it's going to be for nothing. So they go through all these different types of DNA, and they're trying to bind them together, and it's not working, and they finally find one that works, and they inject like an embryo into a fake womb in a lab, and she tells him it's to see if it will work or not, and he's still fighting her on this, telling her, no, we've gone far enough, that's enough. And of course he just keeps following her along. Now, mind you, they're dating, so we all know who wears the pants in this family, in this little couple here. So, anyways, lo and behold, this embryo starts growing real fast, a lot faster than they expected, and they have to pull the embryo out of that fake womb, and they think the life form that they have it looks like a massive flesh with a tail on it. Then they think it dies because it's not moving anymore, but you come to find out that it was actually like its own womb. It broke open and the little creature comes out. The thing that comes out of it is partially human because of the human DNA, but it has all these other features to it because of all the other DNA that they used. It's got a tail, it's got legs that bend in 2 different places. The creature, or this life form, it's not an altogether original design. In little things here, if you really nitpick at it, I guess, its eyes look like the eyes of the people that are infested by the parasite in the movie The Cave, and the legs and the way it stands and runs looks like the creatures in the movie The Signal with Charlie Sheen. So you put those 2 things together, plus a little, tail action, you got the creature from Splice. It starts to develop fast. It starts to become very intelligent. It doesn't speak, but it can interpret things, and it starts growing faster and faster, and it starts growing bigger. And they finally decide they have to move it out of there, because if it's found out, of course, they're going to go to jail. And they move it to a farm that that Elsa used to live on. And by this time, she's grown to like a young woman, kind of cute for what she is, bald-headed, looks like Sinead O'Connor, but a lot prettier. But she starts developing some very aggressive deals. She starts to eat meat where she was just eating high fructose based foods. Starts getting a taste for blood. Starts wanting to explore herself, and a real freaky scene comes up where she seduces the doctor, the male doctor, and they wind up bumping uglies, and that's a creepy scene, man. And of course, his girlfriend walks in on him. She's just appalled by this. I mean, that makes the dude a bona fide freak, and I love it how he plays it against her. He tells her, he tries to apologize to her, says, "You're not talking your way out of this," and he says, "Well, we've marred the line between right and wrong. We've confused things." Basically saying, because you crossed the line and created a new life form, I don't know whether I should screw someone else or not, regardless of whether we created it or not. That's clever. That's because they wind up working together as a team again, even though she swore up and down he couldn't talk his way out of it. Score one for the doctor. Basically, she morphs into a new type of creature. Grows kind of like wings and just keeps morphing on along, and it all comes to a kind of a semi, it's not really a big thriller stunner kind of ending, but it was decent. If you're into the sci-fi aspect of it, if you're a sci-fi fan, I think you'll really dig this movie a lot more than if you're a horror fan, because the horror aspect of this was kind of, it wasn't there. It wasn't. I think the best part in there basically was when the two life forms, the original life forms that they had, uh, they turn, they change sexes. They both are males, and they both go at each other. They tear each other apart, and they're at a meeting for stockholders, and everybody in the front row gets sprayed with blood, and that was kind of a fun scene. The little creatures aren't that original either, because those creatures were kind of visible in the game Out of This World. I don't know if anybody remembers that game. It was on the Super Nintendo a long time ago. It was like the black creatures. They come back, they have a little hook that comes up, and that's what these creatures look like. So, anyways, Splice. Yeah, that was kind of my quickie review for it. It was okay. I don't know if it's anything I would own, but would I recommend it? Yeah, I'd recommend it to certain people. Anyone who's into those kind of trippy sci-fi type movies, then yeah, definitely check it out. Has some scenes in it that are pretty hip, pretty cool, and if nothing else, you get to see some guy get freaky deaky with a little life form that he helped create. Woohoo! So that's my review for Splice, and if you guys seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't seen it, give it a shot. Check it out. Couldn't hurt. I'll be talking to y'all soon. I'll come back with another review in a few days. Till then, take care.